Hey friend, do you have a few minutes out of your entire day for God? If so, let's go. And if you want to help me push this message out there to more people so they can hear this one as well, go ahead, press that copy link button 3 times and like this video, share this with a few friends so they can see this one as well. With all that being said, guys, let's get straight into this one. Now hear me, there is a secret that most people don't know about, that most pastors will not tell you when it comes to overcoming lust. So if you struggle with lust, keep watching this video. I believe this is going to be absolutely life-changing for you. Okay, so we see instances in the Bible. The number one instance I'm going to talk about is when David fell into sexual sin, lust with Bathsheba. And what caused that was David, instead of going to war, he stayed behind. He took the little bit of a lazy route right there, okay? So what he didn't do for the Lord gave way to what he did to sin against him, okay? So he fell into that sin because he didn't go to war. He was absent from doing the work of God. The second scenario I'm going to talk about is the man of God, Joseph. You all have heard the story. What happened when Joseph got tempted to fall? Remember when Potiphar's wife came and tempted him and tried to seduce him into lust? Instead, Joseph ran away. Okay, but there is a secret I'm going to tell you about Joseph and what he did, what gave him strength to not fall into sin with her. So notice all throughout Joseph's life, guys, this is critical. He was always doing the service of God. He was serving, whether that was in his father's house, whether that was in the palace serving Pharaoh, whether that was him serving Potiphar. We're going to notice this continuation with Joseph. He's always doing what he can to serve, to help others when it comes to serving and doing the work of God. He was a gifted man, and he used those gifts to benefit others, okay? So what happens is the devil can get in and tempt you with lust, first of all, just like David, when you're absent to go to battle, when you're not in the battle for the Lord, when you're not striving to fight against the devil, when you're not striving to do the work of God, when you're not doing the things that God commands you to do, when you're being lazy and apathetic, that's when the devil can get a grip on your life, okay? So, and we see with Joseph, he always was serving the Lord. So when you're absent from serving, when you're absent from doing the work of God, when you're absent from helping others and doing what you can to use your gifts for God's will, that's when you can become vulnerable for the devil's attacks. And often this is how people start to fall into lust. So if you want the strength to overcome that temptation, to overcome that lust, you need to devote your service to God. You need to join the Lord's army and start doing the works of God. Even if that means telling people about Jesus in your school, even if that means, telling random people about Jesus you don't know, and maybe that's devoting an hour to prayer every single day. There are certain things, maybe that's, reading your Bible more often. Whether it's this, that, maybe that's fasting, whatever it is, I know that God is calling you to do that specific thing, and you know what I'm talking about. God's called you to certain things. So get into the service of God, and you gain the strength you need to resist, to run away from that lust. All right, guys, so that's going to pretty much wrap up this video, this message. But look, if you're serious about your faith and you want to start making Jesus go viral, and maybe for some of you, God has even called you to take those first steps to start preaching online. A lot of you know what I'm talking about. You feel the call. You know God's calling you to join this ministry and casting the greatest net to have ever been cast through online ministry, but you don't know where to start. Look, I just recently started a Patreon online training course where I'm teaching you guys every step I take and everything you need to know to go viral for the Lord. So if you don't know what you're doing and you feel called to start preaching online, and maybe that's one of the reasons you guys keep falling, because you're resisting the call that God has called you to in your life. So if you want to get started with preaching online, hey, join the Patreon. I'm also developed a godly community on there, Discord community, as well as soon as we get 10 members, we got 5 so far, I'm going to be starting my very own online church called The Refinement. I believe God is going to use it to reach thousands, possibly millions of people, guys. So God is just doing insane things on there. So get ready. And yeah, also, if you want access to exclusive perks, of course, you can join the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments about this one. Go check out my merch store. We've come out with all these new products. It's wild. But yeah, go check that out. I'll leave that in the link in the description. I'll leave it all in the link in the description. So make sure you click that description. With all that being said, hey, God bless you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all very much. Peace.